What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cyber Trap House. I am Jen Jordan, aka Code World, on all social media platforms. A little bit about me. I'm a recently retired service member. I spent 20 years in the U.S. Navy. I'm from a small town in North Carolina that a lot of people probably never heard of. I am a huge sports fan. I'm a sports junkie, and I currently work as a cybersecurity engineer for a Fortune 100 insurance company. I have my Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity. I am CompTIA Security Plus certified, and I am also EC Council certified ethical hacker. Alright, so I can hack some stuff. Trap House goals, right? What are we here for? I'm going to teach you all how to build a lab using virtualization, and then I'm going to teach you how to hack it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is create the lab. We're going to download all the software, install Windows Server operating system, and then the next lesson we're going to install Active Directory and create some users. And then in lesson 3 we're going to put those users inside of groups and create some security policies, grant some accesses and deny others. All right, in each lesson I'll talk a little bit more about each bullet point, but for now we're just going to stick with the lesson 1 goals. So virtualization, right? What's virtualization? The tech definition is virtualization is a technology that lets you create useful services and all that other tech jargon, right? The trap definition is we're going to create a computer inside your computer to save some money. So what's a server? The tech definition is a piece of computer hardware or software that provides functionality. What's the trap definition? A computer designed to serve a purpose. Okay, so email, websites, music, and movies. If you go to YouTube, Netflix, Gmail, or Google, all of that stuff is stored somewhere on a server. We're going to build a server. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we got to put the kitchen together, right? We got to create the kitchen, so we need to download that software, which is VMware Fusion Player if you're on a Mac, VMware Workstation Player if you're on Windows, and if you just don't like VMware, that's fine. You can use Virtualbox. It all works, alright? Some of it might be a little bit more user-friendly. It's just your preference. It is your kitchen, so you can cook it how you want to cook it. Alright, so let's get started. First thing I want you to do is just go to Google, and I want you to type in VMware downloads. Okay, once you get to VMware downloads, I want you to go all the way to the top where it says products and accounts, and you're going to go to trial and free solutions, right? This is Trap House 101, the kind of stuff we want the deal. All right, I'm the plug, and I'm going to take you to get the deal. So go to trial and free solutions. You go all the way down to the bottom, right? And you want to get to this part where it says free products. Again, we want a deal, get the free stuff. Don't click anything else up here. You're going to go down here and get the free stuff. And you're going to download VMware Fusion Player if you're on a Mac. Alright. So when you click it, it may ask you to register. It might not. If it does, just go through the registration and get the download. Okay. If you are not going to use VMware, then you can just go to Google and type in Virtualbox. Alright. Same thing, you're going to download Virtualbox for your system. So if you have a Windows computer, you're going to download it for Windows. And if you have a Mac, you're going to download it here. And if you are really good and you like using Linux, then right there. Okay. You are using Windows and you want to use VMware, you need to download the VMware Workstation Player free. Okay, the next thing I want you to download is going to be a copy of Windows Server 2016. I think that's what I downloaded. So I want you to go to Google and type in Windows Evaluation Center. And once you get that at the top of your search, click that. Then you're going to go all the way down and click Windows Server. Alright, we want to view all of them. They have newer servers, but we're going to stick with something that is probably a little bit more stable. I can't promise you that I know everything about Windows Server 2022. So click View All. And you can see they have a couple of different options down here. So we want the Windows Server 2016 Essentials. Alright, so when you click the little plus sign, it's going to give you an ISO. I'll explain ISO a little bit later, but it's basically just the image of an actual Windows server. All right, we're going to create it from scratch. So click continue. It's going to ask you for all this stuff, and when you get down to the end, you can uncheck the little box that says send me marketing emails or whatever. You don't really need all that. All right, and once you get it going, just click. Matter of fact, let's just go through it real quick so I can show you. 2 to 4, other professional. Let's see that. Don't call me, y'all. Don't blow my number up. Now right there, click continue, and then it's going to ask you your specified or your specific language, and click download, right? And when you do, click open with disk image mounter, because if you save file, it's probably going to fail. So just click open with this and it'll download wherever you need it to go. All right. Okay, so now hopefully you've gotten your VMware or your Virtualbox open. But for the sake of just, consistency, I'm going to stick with the VMware Fusion because that's the platform that I'm on. Hopefully you've opened VMware Fusion, and now I want you to, wherever you save that ISO file, wherever it might be in your downloads, I want you to take that and we're going to import it into VMware Fusion. Okay, so we're going to go File, New, and it's going to say, hey, drag that ISO file here to start installing. All right, so let me bring up where mine is, and it's right here. You just drag it in and click continue. So I've already got it installed. So we're going to call this one Code World. I'm not going to put a password or anything right now. We want Essentials. I'll make my home folder accessible to the virtual machine. Pretty much saying that whatever I have on my actual Mac is going to be able to be accessible to this one in case I need to drag and drop anything into this folder. All right, so you're going to click continue. We're going to continue without a key because we're just evaluating it, which means it's only going to be good for 180 days. But hopefully you're going to be good enough using this program and creating things that you won't need it for 180 days. And if you do, you just go back and download another one. All right, continue without a key. So the account name is going to be Code World and all this other good stuff. We're not going to really do any customized settings. It's going to have about 2 gigs of RAM. And the hard disk capacity is 60 gigs. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just let's click and finish. All right, you're gonna save it wherever you want to save it, and then click the play button. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna put it in full screen. I am now running some sort of Windows on my MacBook. All right, this is what I mean about creating a computer inside of your computer. Newsflash, if you didn't know what the cloud was or is, it's basically virtualization, everything that you just did. All right, so write that down, get ready to put that on your resume. So it's going to take a little while for it to get ready to get going, but the setup is generally going to be plug and play, very simple. So of course the first part of our lesson was actually downloading software, so we accomplished that, and then we wanted to download the Windows server, and we are accomplishing that. So in order to keep this video short, I'm going to stop the recording and then meet back up with y'all when it's all done. Okay, welcome back, you guys. So if everything went well, you probably had a restart going on with your virtual machine, and as you can see, because we didn't put a password in, it should start to log in and run through all of the scripts. Whatever you named it should have popped up at the beginning on like the little login screen, and then you see some of the normal Windows scripts that kind of run at the very beginning of a brand new boot or spin up, whatever lingo you want to use. Generally, you'll hear a lot of people say, I'm spinning up a VM, or I'm going to spin up a machine, or whatever it is. But we just spun up a copy of Windows Server 2016. Okay, so here we are. If you click the start button, it's going to be a little bit slow because it's only 2 gig of RAM. For the sake of not burning up your machine, because I don't know how much memory each of your machines hold, but a good point of reference would be at least 8 gig. If you got 16, then you're really good, because then you could bump this up to 4 if you really wanted to make the virtual machine run a little bit faster. So anyway, as far as completing lesson 1, we've pretty much got it down. All right, we have a working copy of Windows Server 2016 Essentials running inside of VMware Fusion on a Mac. Congratulations for completing lesson 1.